We have Raw to review. We have NXT to preview, and I thought that would suffice. But here we go. Background here, thankfully for once, is working. But the Raw preview review was a great episode of Raw last night. Fairly good. We did get an update on the World Heavyweight Championship. We did see a lot of titles defended, and we also know that what we have for NXT, as we went over and discussed earlier today on the daily upload. As people come in here, I'm Nick Weitoish, the host of the Nick Weitoish Show here at Sleeper Sports Media. I'm going to rename the podcast to my show, but it still is under the brand and the umbrella of Sleeper Sports Media. And we have, of course, our daily live show that we do every day, and getting back into actually doing them every day. As I had a crazy week last week, so it was a lot to do them while dealing with the car and everything. But I am back now in my car, and I don't know why that's still wanting to do that and mess up there. But we're live here on YouTube, and then replays will be uploaded to Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. I don't know why it's wanting to cut out like that, but try to get a better angle here as I am in my car while I'm at work on my lunch. So no one's come in yet, but we'll give it a couple more minutes. I'm sure more people will be coming in. Usually this is the sweet spot time to do these. So we'll just rock and roll. And anyone who comes in late can either get the chat going and keep the conversation going, or they can just watch on the replay, listen to it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your audio from. And then, of course, we will talk a little bit about NXT. Don't know if they've added more. So from what we talked about earlier today, of course, that is out there. So this will primarily be a review of Monday Night Raw last night. We, of course, kicked things off with Adam Pearce coming out to talk about the World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins. He had, and whoever is joining in, be sure to double tap that screen. Don't know if it's anyone from yesterday and the shows from yesterday, or if it's someone who's watched before. But if it's not someone that's watched before, if you're new here, my name is Nick Weitoish, and this is the Nick Weitoish Show here on Sleeper Sports Media. Under the umbrella was the Sleeper Sports Media podcast. At one point, it was a couple other things and everything. So just another new name, new feel, new style to go along with the format here of the lives that we're doing. I am on my lunch break, so we'll go for about 30-ish minutes here as I finish this up. But the Monday Night Raw last night in Sacramento was really good. Kicked things off with Adam Pearce addressing the World Heavyweight Championship. Was interrupted, of course, by The Vision arriving in style, Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. We had Braun Breaker carrying the title into the arena, into the Golden One Credit Union Arena out there in our center in Sacramento. Big Basketball, what's up? How's it going? Please double tap the screen there and be sure to sub. I see basketball in your name. Now, I will say we talk a lot about different sports here. Wrestling, the Steelers, not so much basketball here, but I definitely would love to learn about the game of basketball. I know basketball tips off tonight on Peacock, on Prime Video, joining the NFL on both of those platforms, and getting away from TNT and TBS, leaving HBO Max with primarily just baseball and AEW, as Wrestle Dream was on AEW and the pay-per-view there, as I said before. But Monday Night Raw, Braun Breaker came out with wearing the title, and then of course we got that fantastic face-to-face and segment there with Adam Pearce demanding him give the title back because they took Rollins out. He had no choice but to strip Rollins of the World Heavyweight title, and I find it interesting. What's up, Tristan? How's it going? Thank you for joining. Glad you made it. I know you were worried about missing it, but that was just the daily upload, taking a look at NXT. That way, the live show could be more of a review of Raw, and then whatever else conversation we get here going in the chat. If Mick Basketball is still watching, by all means, talk us up about some basketball. Man Deep So Hot, what's up? Watched episode of Tulsa King. It was a great episode. Great episode. Cannot say that enough. One of my favorites so far, just in the terms of like on your edge. Garrett Muth, what's up? I love the last name. Pat Fryermuth is my favorite Steeler. So Muth, be sure to double tap the screen. Do you watch Smiling Friend? I do not. I do not. I did start watching 911 Nashville last night. After we finished up Raw, my wife and I both. And that looked pretty good. It looked like what it was, a spinoff, and that's what it is. Same with, I'm sure, Sheriff Country is, and Boston Blue, or whatever the spinoff of Blue Bloods is going to be. Muth is how it's pronounced. I live close. Okay, Tristan. Where are you from? Where do you live? I'm in the beautiful state of North Carolina, and I'm from Pennsylvania. Garrett Muth. I just said Muth like Pat Fryermuth, like I said, from the Steelers. That's another big thing that we cover here at Sleeper Sports Media and the Nick Weitoish Show. The Steelers, who did drop one, of course, to the Bengals, a tough loss to watch. Now we have prime time once again on Sunday night against the Packers. Tennessee, okay. My co-host Josh for Saturday Smack Talk, he is in Tennessee a lot. So tune in on Saturday. Hopefully we get Saturday Smack Talk back rolling, and you can chat it up with him to see what part of Tennessee he goes to. Oh man, stayed up a little too late watching more shows after Raw finished up. But again, we watched 911 Nashville, and it was pretty good. The cast looks like it's going to be fun. So that was something interesting there. Still need to catch up on regular 911. And it's I'm 4 or 5 seasons behind on that show. But back to Monday Night Raw here. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, they were then told that we would see a battle royal for the new number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, and they would go on to face CM Punk at Saturday night's main event. And that's just what we got. Have you seen the space one? I have not seen the space one where they go to space, but I know that's what this season has been surrounded around. And I know it was spoiled for me with certain characters leaving and being written off and everything. I didn't see fully how it happened or anything like that, but I now know that somebody in the show, beloved cast, has been removed and written off. Same with Fire Country. Gonna catch up on those hopefully this weekend, I would say. I know NXT has a PLE this weekend, Halloween Havoc. So probably will still watch those, but we'll get caught up on those shows here very soon. Have you ever watched The Rookie? That's another one that I have not watched. Those are all these shows are Hulu shows, and right now I don't have Hulu. I switched over from ESPN and was going to do the bundle, but Commissioner, The Rookie is good. Thank you. I'll definitely have to check it out. I'm thinking about getting Hulu again and getting the package to have ESPN. But to anyone out there who wants to get back into watching WWE, a little breakdown of where the shows are. Raw, Monday Night Raw is on Netflix. Uh, NXT, which is on tonight, is on the CW. And then, of course, AEW Dynamite is on TBS, also streaming on HBO Max. So Monday Night Raw is on Netflix. NXT is on the CW. AEW Dynamite is on TBS and HBO Max. And then Friday Night SmackDown is on USA Network. And then the pay-per-views for the main roster are on ESPN. And the pay-per-views for NXT are still on Peacock. Saturday night's main event will be on Peacock. But if you use Surfshark VPN, which we have a link for, thanks to our friends over at No Dirt Sheets, you can use that link to sign up. And with the VPN, you can set your location to outside the US, where all WWE programming is on Netflix, and you can watch everything on Netflix, which is how I'll be watching NXT tonight. And also, well, I'll see what Saturday looks like if I'm too lazy to fire up the computer. Oh, excuse me. Too lazy to fire up the computer to get the VPN going and watching on Netflix. Can always watch on Peacock for NXT and then Saturday night's main events as well. Have I ever watched Duck Dynasty? I have not. My sister is a big Duck Dynasty fan, though. One of them I know either has ties or went to Liberty University. My sister graduated from Liberty University, so one of them spoke there at one point or has ties somehow, some way. So she was a big fan of that show. But I have not watched it. Sai is got LOL. Yep. Yeah, the shows we watch here are I've said before, in past live shows. Been a very long time since I watched 911. We watch Tulsa King, as Tristan knows there. And we watch Law and Order SVU, Law and Order Organized Crime, whenever that comes back out. Chicago PD and Chicago Fire. When I grow up, I'm going to be like Cy. Okay. Is that Cy from Duck Dynasty, or is that Cy like from Sylvester Stallone and Tulsa King? I know you're spelling it S-I, and he spells it S-Y, but same thing. But yes, different shows that I watch here. We'll try to get more watched. Fire Country is another good one. I have not watched Sheriff Country yet, the spinoff. I know that's out. I started watching Chicago PD, the most recent episode, did not get a chance to. So we'll watch some of them tonight and get caught back up for tomorrow and Thursday, making Tuesday's show. DD, is it Psy? DD, Psy, like Sylvester Stallone. I don't know. That's just how I think my wife called him Psy, like whenever we were talking about it being no wonder my letters got sent back. Oh. Yes, Commissioner and Tristan. I know, Tristan, you subbed yesterday, so I greatly appreciate it. Both you see that you double tap the screen there. The other two people that are here, feel free to jump in the chat and talk it up with Tristan and Commissioner. Tristan, Commissioner, both number 1 and number 2 right now in top fans for this stream. And Tristan, I know you subbed and we're commenting on some other videos there. If you guys keep it up and are commenting and joining the shows, after a while, I can make you guys mods if you would like that, and we can do some pretty cool stuff with that. I know over at Commissioner, dang, Tristan has good taste. Yeah, we all have good taste here at Sleeper Sports Media and the Nick Weitoish Show. Like I said, heavily focused on WWE. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the big 1 and 2 punch. Also, we talk about boxing a little bit here. Jake Paul, and I know what some people might say about his events. I've been to an MVP event. I was at his fight against Andre August back in 2023 when I graduated from Full Sail with a degree in sportscasting. So that's why I'm doing these. And the events that they put on are fantastic. And this one was at the resort in Orlando, where it's a smaller venue, but they make it feel like a big deal. Usually that's like this, just their like fight nights, similar to what the UFC does. They're building up prospects and just having events every month. And I'm very excited for Jake Paul versus Tank Davis in less than a month. I haven't got to watch any of the press conferences from those. I know that they've happened early on. Now Jake should be getting into camp here very soon if he's not already. I know he's been doing all these AI videos and everything. Did you see him fight Mike Tyson? I'm sending a hit on you. Stay ready. Okay. Karski. Okay. Thank you for that, I guess. Tristan, did you see him fight Mike Tyson? So Tristan, funny story about that. When he was fighting Mike Tyson, I was watching the fight, but that was actually the night that I got engaged last year. And then my wife, who's been on my channel, we have definitely done some streams together. So if you go back and check those, you can see her and I and our chemistry that we have. But we got engaged the night of the fight when Jake was fighting Tyson. And then of course we ended up getting married a whole month later. So her and I are coming up on our 1 year. That's so that crazy backstory to answer your question. I did watch the fight, but I don't remember the fight. I remember what led up to the fight and everything like that. And still have not watched it back. It was when we joined very late. We missed the co-main event. And then the buffering issues really stopped us from being able to watch it and enjoy it. The last fight that I watched was Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor 3 that was also on Netflix. And then Jake Paul and Tank Davis will also be on Netflix as well, coming up next month, which is about 1 year from exactly almost to the day when Jake fought Tyson, which is kind of crazy. So doing fights on a Friday night, which is kind of unheard of because UFC is always famous for being on Saturdays. And who knows what choices went into why they do it on a Friday. I know that they talk about not wanting to be competing with college football, and being smart, just smart business that way. Have you ever watched Landman? Yes, Tristan, that is another one that I do like to watch. I know that I think that show I think the new season comes out later, in November, middle of November, if I'm not mistaken. I know that. And then, I think they're also doing a spinoff for that show as well. So that's another great show. I started getting my wife to watch that one, but we only made it through one episode and then got tired and eventually went to bed, which I need to do more of because it's hit me hard and I'm kicking back the monster. We need your guys' help to blow this channel up, blow these lives up, so I get my name out there and we can get a Monster or a Prime Energy. I'm a big Prime drinker. Shout out Logan Paul, of course. So need to get these blown up so I can get a sponsorship for an energy drink and then get you guys links and you guys can be fooled as I am, because I have one of these bad boys every single day. Yes, it's coming. Absolutely. Yeah, Monday Night Raw. We've gotten very sidetracked from more TV show side of things with then. So just really quick, the tag titles kicked off I need to watch Stranger Things. I do watch Stranger Things. I have watched that, and I'm waiting for season 5 to come out. I know it's coming out in 3 parts. Um, I think Thanksgiving, um, Christmas, and then New Year's. They're breaking it into 3 parts. So I have watched Stranger Things. I know you asked earlier. I have not watched Wednesday. Um, so let's see here. Can do. Oh, that's pretty cool. I can do a Q&A. Let's see. Start the Q&A. Oh, that's pretty cool. And I can move it too. Um, how do you answer? I wonder. That's pretty cool. Did not know that you could do that. So there's the Q&A. A guilty pleasure movie or TV show you love. Um, but the World Tag Team Championship, the tag titles did change hands. A lot of people were saying the Judgment Day was going to lose. 133 days, 113 days, and just their second defense. They do drop the titles to AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Dominic Mysterio, however, retained his Intercontinental Championship against Rusev. Went to grab the timekeeper's hammer again, and the ref saw it. Then Dom hit a low blow. Of course, won by cheating, how he normally does. Let's see. Is that going to mess with the background there? I think it will. So I don't know where the answers are going to go. I don't know if you can actually answer or not. So, but Dom retains. Becky Lynch does retain via DQ over Maxine Dupree, who got a massive pop, and she's been doing really, really good. I'll put the Q&A down. It was bugging me being up there in the top, throwing off the background and everything. Maxine Dupree, hometown hero in Sacramento. Big moment for her. Hopefully that's it. Just because they're not really building a feud with promos. It's more so Becky's being the bully and Maxine standing up as she usually does and everything like that. I don't think they'll go and do this match again and put it on Saturday night's main event. If they weren't going to have Maxine win in her hometown, I don't think they'll have her win it just yet. She's definitely been improving all around in the ring. She can get on the mic more, and that would be a real test to see if and when she's ready for a title. Number 1 contenders battle royal. Jey Uso did win the battle royal. He defeated Jimmy, LA Knight, and Dom. So those were the final 4 of the battle royal. And it was not happy with Jimmy being eliminated by his brother after he saved Jay. So CM Punk, Jey Uso, World Heavyweight Championship, Saturday night's main event, November 1st, live on Peacock, of course, as I said. Overall, very, very good show. It was kind of a back and forth and had a fast pace, but also a slow pace. 3 title matches. Roxanne Perez did drop a match to Stephanie Vaquer. Was not a title match. And then we saw Nikki Bella return and basically say Nikki Bella said she would have her back. So I see a tag team match somewhere down the line as a way to avoid and probably prolong doing anything with Stephanie until Liv Morgan would come back. Rhea Ripley did break her nose over at the Japan tour. The Kabuki Warriors took credit for that. They had a vignette backstage. Tristan, I do see your comment there. Have you ever watched Jumanji? I have not. I'm not a big Jack Black fan, so anything with him in it outside the Minecraft movie, because I now have an 8-year-old who absolutely loves the Minecraft movie. So other than that, I'm not a big Jack Black fan at all. So have not watched Jumanji, but yes. So Nikki Bella and Stephanie versus the Kabuki Warriors. Or not the Kabuki Warriors, but Judgment Day. Definitely see that happening and going down sometime very soon. The first one. He's in the first one. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no, I have not watched it. I have not seen it. I know The Rock and Kevin Hart are in it, but Jack Black being in it is too much. Again, I enjoyed the Minecraft movie just because of my 8-year-old, but um, Monday Night Raw again was really good. Very back and forth, fast pace, slow pace, fast pace, slow pace, slow pace. Um, 4 matches on the card. 3 of them title matches. 1 title did change hands. And then we, of course, had the Battle Royal. Adam Pearce would then later remove Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker from the Battle Royal due to them being the reason Rollins had to strip the title. And that's it. I was getting into that earlier. Rollins having to be stripped of the title versus letting him vacate it or letting him relinquish it. Naomi, I know she was announcing she was pregnant, so she came out and laid it down and they gave her a moment. But for Rollins to not get that moment where he just came out and laid it, I don't know if he couldn't travel because of, or he was scheduled to have surgery yesterday, or what were the reasons behind the way that they did it. But the wording of Pierce saying, I'm stripping Rollins of the title versus he is vacating the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know if it's because he was tired of Raw. I don't know if it's because he was heel. Naomi was a heel too, so I don't know if it. Who knows? Point is, we will have a new World Heavyweight Champion at Saturday Night's Main Event, and Jordan Kirby here thinks that it is going to be Punk to win the World Heavyweight Championship. I could very much agree. So Jordan Kirby, please double tap the screen if you think Punk is going to win that World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday Night's Main Event. Be sure to double tap the screen. That gives us a like, and then it helps us get out to the algorithm and everything. So we're going to wrap this one up here fairly soon because I have about 10 minutes before I have to go back into work. And then thank you for double tapping the screen. Be sure to subscribe as well, and go watch our other past videos, our daily uploads, and feel free to comment on those. I know Tristan, who was watching earlier, thought those were live. The daily uploads will be just a daily upload under the videos tab, and then these lives will be under the live tab. Do you think Maxine wins the women's IC championship? I don't. If they were gonna do it, they should have done it last night. I don't think they'll add. Maybe they could, because there has not been a clean winner since Maxine beat her first last week by count out, and then last night Becky, I think, did retain technically by DQ, or they switch and go back and forth when they call it DQ or no contest, DQ or no contest. So I would say AJ Lee should be the next one to face her since she's the last one to beat her and pin her. Becky did, of course, do the DQ route because she was mad, and rightfully so. They took out her husband. When should AJ Lee return? I think if they do the Maxine Becky Lynch at Saturday Night's Main Event, have AJ Lee return there and then challenge her for the title like the following week on Raw or something. You could do it at Survivor Series. I don't think Becky's going to be involved in War Games at this point, so you are going to need filler matches. But who's your favorite wrestler? Our OTC, Roman Reigns is my favorite wrestler, is my GOAT. I'm also a big Seth Rollins fan, a Becky Lynch fan. I like CM Punk. Dom, I'm big on Dominic Mysterio. But I let everyone else know, the 5 that are watching, double tap the screen. Let's get 5 watching, 5 likes here with about 10 minutes left roughly. What should be the men's War Games match now that Seth is out? Man, I still see it. I want to see the OG Bloodline, but the way they're building the MFTs and the Wyatts, that's more even. evenly matched for War Games than the Usos, who Jay is now in the world title picture. So depending on that, is there any funny business that goes down? Do Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed go out and interfere with that match and take them out before they are a new champion is crowned? I mean, I could see Adam Pearce literally bursting a blood vessel. Should it go down like that? Should they go out and interfere before a decisive winner has been made and it's either Punk or Jay? Could you bring in Punk to Team Roman? Who, is Roman going to be involved? Originally, I was thinking OG Bloodline versus Seth and the Vision with adding two more people, one being Austin Theory and the other being who knows. But definitely, Sami Zayn dropped the U.S. title. I can see Sami joining OG Bloodline. Of course, there's always Cody being being an option there for OG Bloodline, but Sami and Cody, Roman, Jimmy, and Jay. They love to shoehorn Cody into that mix. I love the Becky and Paul segment. What does it mean? I took it as Paul was trying to be a snake, like Becky said, and trying to get her to stay with them in the Vision versus being another threat to them or, whatever. But we saw it went down. Becky stayed loyal, said that she never trusted him. Seth never trusted him and was surprised that it took him this long to turn on him. So I think they're jumping and switching on the fly due to Rollins and his injury. Tristan, I like the Undertaker. That's a great pick for a favorite for a GOAT. So, but yes, Jey Uso wins the Battle Royal. Roman was mentioned a lot last night. I was thinking maybe Roman would have returned. So we will see what goes down and how it goes down there at Saturday night's main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. We know that is right now that is the only match that's made official for Saturday night's main event. Who knows what else they're going to throw onto that card. That will be live on Peacock, as I said. Of course, you can get a VPN and watch on Netflix, and that would be a great way to support the channel. And also over our friends over at No Dirt Sheets. Another way to support the channel is by, of course, donations to Cash App or Chime. You can always sign up using the link there. Get an extra $200 or $300, I think, between the two of us if you sign up with my link and then set that up as your direct deposit. And then donations made to the channel will go a very, very long way. It'd be the same as a super chat, which by no means do you have to do, but it is just greatly appreciated. So up until I get to that point of being monetized here where super chats are an option, donations to Cash App, my Cash App link is down below. So that they're greatly appreciated, but never demanded or never asked for. Just like to mention it. Hulk Hogan is second favorite. Rest in peace to the Hulkster, for sure. Rest in peace to the Hulkster. So I'm wrapping this one up here. It was a great, solid show of Monday Night Raw, and is gonna be another fantastic week of wrestling all around. Tomorrow will be an AEW preview. That'll be the daily upload. That'll be out around 10 a.m. And then, of course, NXT review tomorrow here on the Nick Weitoish Show at Sleeper Sports Media. And then Thursday, we'll have some news for the local independent promotion that I'll be helping out and being a part of on Saturday here. Thank you, Tristan, for joining. Jordan, thank you. Commander, I think it was. Commissioner, thank you. Hopefully you guys all subscribe. Tristan, I know you subbed already. So just tune in to the live tomorrow for NXT review. Tune into the daily upload. Leave a comment like that. Give me your thoughts on those daily uploads. Greatly appreciated. And again, be sure to check out the links and our friends across the channel here, No Dirt Sheets. Saturday Smack Talk, Josh, and Lace 'em Up Media, Tired Sports Network, like I said. So thank you guys again for making this another great show, another quick one, but we do what we can. So I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Sleeper Sports Media, for the Tired Sports Network, and No Dirt Sheets. I'm Nick Weitoish. This is the Nick Weitosh Show here at Sleeper Sports Media, and this will be again uploaded back on YouTube right after it's over. It's a shorter one, so it shouldn't take as long. And then we will get the audio platforms onto Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that good stuff. What time is it? The daily lives will be around 2 o'clock. That's usually when I take my lunch. So it'll be around 2 o'clock, in the 2 to 3 o'clock hour. Try my best to go for the full hour. I did love whenever I did that last time, but sometimes I go to lunch a little late, so then I have to do research and all that technical behind the scenes stuff. So, but yes, 2 o'clock to 3. I will post and update if anything changes. But until tomorrow for the daily live, be sure to check out the daily upload and leave a comment, all that good stuff over there. Super kick that like button, drop an elbow on the subscribe button, and hit that share button with a big old coup de grace and get it out. Also follow on Twitter or Facebook, Sleeper Sports Media. If you type that in, you'll find I also have a Facebook group. Would love to see some activity in there, and just chatting like we do here, but just using that platform over there. But until tomorrow, like I said, thank you for everyone who watched. Tristan, big time appreciate it. Probably by Friday, I could definitely see, adding you as a moderator, since you've been in, the show a couple days now in a row. So thank you for finding me here on YouTube. Greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next time, which is tomorrow, of course. Daily upload, daily live for Sleeper Sports Media and the Nick Weitosh Show. I'm Nick Weitosh. Thank you again for watching, and here we go.